Hey guys, how's it going? Troy here, Packers Corner. This video is a video response for Gronkfan87. He's having a really cool contest, kind of share you what your dream NFL team would be. And to make it a little bit easier on the guys, he wanted you to name 5 offensive players, 5 defensive players, a kicker, and a head coach. And so I thought I'd share with you guys what players I'd probably choose to put on my dream team. So, well, let's go start off. First of all, the 5 players on offense I would choose. Of course, being a Packer fan, I would want my starting quarterback to be Aaron Rodgers. My running back, of course, would be Barry Sanders. There's not one man that I ever thought watching football would just amaze me more than him. I mean, other guys can do fantastic things, but Barry Sanders, hands down. I actually got to see him play at Lambeau Field. I think it was 95 in a playoff game against the Packers, and Packers actually held him to about -5 yards rushing that day. So it was a pretty fantastic game for the Packers, but I really wanted to see him bust off. My 2 wide receivers I would take on my dream team. First one would be Larry Fitzgerald. I think the guy is incredible. I think he's awesome. I literally think he could be the best and one of the most talented receivers of all time. But of course, he's stuck on that awful offense that just can't figure out how to use him. Feel horrible for him. Maybe trade him over to the Packers or send him someplace where he can be utilized more. But I do appreciate his good work ethic. He is a very dedicated guy, very trustworthy, honest, and all the other things that people say about him. So I really like him. I think he'd be in my dream team. The other wide receiver that would be on my dream team is maybe a guy some of you guys maybe not heard about, and that is Packers wide receiver from the early days, Don Hutson. And if you don't know Don Hutson, I believe he played for about 11 years. I know he led the league in yards 7 of those 11 years. 8 times he led him in receptions. I think one of his best years, he had like 74 catches, 1,200 yards, and I think 17 touchdowns. But that was only in a 12-game season. You talk about freaking dominating. That's dominating right there. The other guy I would choose, man, I had a real tough time because I really want to throw Marvin Harrison in there. I've always loved Marvin Harrison, but I'll have to be my alternate, you could say, for wide receiver. Tight end definitely would be Tony Gonzalez. Always loved watching him. Being in Missouri here since the early 90s, I was able to watch pretty much his entire career. And the guy was always a great guy. I actually sent a lot of things to him, and my students in my class did when he played for Kansas City, and he always autographed everything. So that guy, I mean, the guy is just awesome, incredible. So that'd be my offense. Again, Aaron Rodgers, Barry Sanders, Larry Fitzgerald, Don Hutson, and Tony Gonzalez. Now my defense. Yeah, let's let the big boys, the mean guys, start rolling out here. First of all, of course, being a Packer fan, I would start any defense with the Minister of Defense, Reggie White, baby. Guy's got more sacks than a grocery store. And I don't know if you guys remember, he used to have a commercial. I think it was for Reebok, or it might have been Nike, but I think it was Reebok's, where the whole thing was, "I hear footsteps." And that was the whole thing, I hear footsteps, because you knew every quarterback, they were just panicking because they know they heard footsteps of Reggie White. Another guy I would choose, of course, would be Primetime. Another guy I would choose would be Ray Nitschke. Man, that guy was such a crazy man on that field, and as hard as he hit people, I needed someone hard that could hit some people that would just scare the crap out of them. So another guy, I actually went ahead and chose a Bear, because this is the guy that always, I got to show you this picture. This is a guy that always, I don't know, I just think he's one of the greatest players of all time, but I love it just for this picture. Let me show you this really quick, guys. This is why I chose Dick Butkus. That's a picture of him, and it looks like he is tackling the whole team. Let's see here. We've got 1, we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think I see a helmet down there, 6 guys that he is tackling at once. That is what you call a frickin' tank. That is just awesome. So I figured with him doing that, I'm going to put him on my team for sure, because I want a guy to stop. And the other guy, and this is a guy that doesn't get a lot of love, but I always liked watching him. And it probably was for his loyalty to his team. And the man was considered the fastest man in the NFL. Anyone know who I'm talking about? That's right, Darrell Green, corner, Washington Redskins. Always loved Darrell Green. The man was flat out fast. I mean, any guy that was as fast as he could, and would he play 20 seasons? I mean, the guy played forever and was good the whole time. He would definitely be part of my NFL dream team. So I got Reggie White, Primetime. I got Ray Nitschke, Dick Butkus, and Darrell Green. Now, my head coach, Who do you think I'm going to choose? It would be Lombardi, of course, Vince Lombardi. I think I liked him because, of course, he won, but because his logic of the way he approached things was so awesome. It literally was, you'd give it 100%. There's no excuses. There's no all the stupid stuff that they talk about today. I got to be able to do this. No, he literally made the guys work as hard as they possibly could, made them believe in themselves, and got the best out of all of them. And I really like that about Vince Lombardi. And finally, my kicker. This is kind of a trick question for me because there's a lot of great kickers out there, but I actually would choose Don Hutson once again for, I believe, 4 to 5, 6 seasons. Maybe it was more than that. Don Hutson actually was also the kicker for the Green Bay Packers. In fact, I think he led the league in extra points or field goals 4 times during his career, on top of being the leading receiver. So that's what I call versatility, man. That is it. So anyways, Gronkfan87, that's my list of my dream team. I know that there's a lot of other guys I could have chose, but you limited it to the 5, the 5, the 1, and the 1. And anyways, thank you for this, and good luck to all you guys. I can't wait to see what your dream team is. God bless.